Hi, everybody. Welcome to the new normal. I'm your host, Lisa Davis, aka Litecoin Lisa. Did I say that backwards today? Well, that's about right. Everything's flipped on its head right now in this world. We are here at an undisclosed location in Texas, learning about freedom and sovereignty, and hopefully, I'm going to be learning more and bringing more of that to you guys here at the channel. Anyway, I'm super excited about it. But today we're going to be talking about the Team Mighty event. We've got our special warrior with us today, Michelle Mafra. You guys know her as Crypto Mame. So we'll be right back right after this. Give us a like, share this video, and check out the links in the description so you can get your tickets and join us at the OKC event on April 21st and 22nd. Whoop, whoop. Happy Friday. Welcome to the show, Westwood. Good to see you. And Mame, welcome back. A familiar face that we love so much. So happy to see you back on the show today.
Same here, Lisa. I'm so excited to be here today. I got my iron infusion today already for 2 hours, and I came back running so I could make it to the show. And it was lovely, you know. It's just lovely to be back with you guys.
Well, just know that we've been all thinking about you and praying for you, sending you lots of love and light. And I know you have just had the best attitude as you've been going through your journey. And I want to honor your privacy, but we also want you to know that we're here for you and all that you're going through. And so, share as much or as little as you feel comfortable on your journey. But I felt like this was such a great opportunity. You and I, years ago, met through the Litecoin fam and foundation and started doing shows together on Mondays called Mominate Mondays. And we were doing crypto news shows and found all these little synchronicities with family members that had the same names and friends that had the same names and connections just all the way around. And so I've always felt very connected to you and honored to have you as a friend in my life. And so to see you going through some of these same struggles that some of my family members went through just has really pulled at my heart. And I know a lot of our friends in the chat as well. And so I thought, what a perfect opportunity to be able to honor my daughter, Mia, by being able to, in some small way, be able to help you during this time or show that we are thinking of you and sending you some love and support during this time. So thanks for accepting being the champion this year for Team Mighty.
And Clint too, Clint, we have such a big history. We met, I think, in 2018 or 2019 at the first Litecoin Summit.
And did you guys meet at the very first one?
At the very first
she was there. And let me tell you a little story. I'm gonna tell you a little story. We had round tables and everybody was sitting around round tables, and there was a point where somebody stood up and asked a question. And I thought, wow, that's a lovely accent. And I look over and I see this beautiful lady. She's got a hat on and she's asking questions. I could tell she was new to crypto and just kind of getting into it and very curious. And then I thought it kind of made a mark in my mind. And then time went by, and then pretty soon she starts getting involved in all these projects and all this, and starts helping out the Litecoin Foundation. And pretty soon I'm like, that's that beautiful lady I saw at the Litecoin Summit in 2018, and here it is. It's Mame Crypto. So
I know
that was the first time. You made an impression when I first saw you. I thought, wow, she's so intelligent and so interested in crypto and just such a right then I knew you were just a pure soul, and I don't know, just
Oh, thank you
lovely
so
person.
much. Oh,
Yeah.
looking back, Clint, I was so green then,
Yes,
I
you
was
were.
just getting started. And that's when Litecoin, Johnny Litecoin actually made me download the first Lite wallet, at the
That's
time
Johnny.
named Loaf Wallet.
It was
And he
Loaf
made
Wallet,
me
yeah.
scratch, the back of my badge. And I was like so amazed that, they transferred right away. And and from there it's history. I mean, I learned so much, the ecosystem evolved so much. And it's been a pleasure, being here, being part of the foundation, and helping out as much as I can, make the system grow. And unfortunately, I was in Brazil on at work. I was working for Bybit at the time, doing big conventions and talking about crypto. And then when I came back, I started telling Ali, my husband, um, I'm feeling pain. I'm feeling pain on my chest. I'm feeling pain on my arm. And there must be some arthritis. Something is going on with me. And then my face started to swell. And I went to the doctor. It was an online doctor, and then she told me, come. She looked at me through the camera, because I told her, I think it's necessary for you to look at me. It can't be just a telephone call. And then she told me, you gotta come to me tomorrow urgently. And I came to her, and when I did, she wrote me a letter to go to the ER. And then from there, it was a bunch of bad news. I have basically lung cancer, brain cancer. The lung cancer that I have is very close to my heart. So I had just taken an X-ray of my lungs and nothing indicated, but it's actually because it's a vena cava syndrome, and it was actually pressing my heart. So it was, I was in pretty bad shape, already all swollen from the top up. And I had 2 blood clots in my lungs. And the doctor told me, you're going to have to operate your brain. And in just a few days, I was in the operating room and talking about Litecoin. I was telling my anesthetist, like, get your moon bag, and, all with a very positive attitude. But, I'm not gonna lie, it's definitely scary. Right now, you see, as you can see, I'm wearing a hat, but I'm already, getting bald a little bit, because I had my first chemo session. I spent like about a month in the hospital, trying to recover. I almost died, literally. And so I'm grateful to be alive. And then I had radiation, of the lungs, 10 sessions. I had 5 sessions in my brain. And now I'm in chemotherapy, and things are going really well. I feel like I'm recovering slowly but surely. My little one had to go to Turkey because we were struggling with our family to juggle her needs. So my husband was just focusing on me, and she is now in Turkey, but he's going to pick her up again, on the 1st of April, and coming back on the 10th. And I'm just here, positive that I'm gonna beat this beast. I'm taking a lot of vitamins. I'm taking a lot of good things: folic acid, B2 vitamin, iron. Doing whatever I can to just be available, because I'm up to any procedure. I have a 6-year-old daughter. She's going to be 7 in July. And I just can't believe, I can't imagine her without her mommy. So that's the one thing that drives me to do everything I can to be okay.
Well, every time I see you, you sent me these pictures that, that were very private, but you were going through, it happened so fast. You and I were just together,
I know.
what, in October or something? It's this surprised, it's just so shocking how fast it all happened. And then, but you sent me these pictures and you're smiling in some really dark, scary moments. And so I just had so much respect, and it was so, just, I don't know. I don't even have the words for seeing you smile when you're, about to go into surgery or coming out.
I think like this. If in a way, life is short and it can happen. Anybody can die anytime. And you want to make the best of it, even not the worst situations. So at no time in the hospital I felt like I felt like a victim. On the contrary, I felt like, I'm grateful to be alive. I'm grateful to go through this experience. Because maybe it's a teaching, and maybe it's something that I must go through, in this lifetime.
Mhm.
So I try to go through with it. My husband is like shocked because he's like, "You're such a trooper. You don't complain. You take everything in your veins, and if someone messes up the one IV, you get another one with no problem. You just like." And I think it's because it's part of life. You got to go through pain a little bit as well. And what I tell people is that the more positive you are, the good chance that you're going to be better off than being grumpy about it, right? So I am trying to take everything with light, and I'm organizing my home. I am remodeling my daughter's room, waiting for her. I'm changing the floors, I'm repainting it. I'm just doing some garage sales because my disability didn't kick in. So I'm like selling a bunch of stuff. And and it's okay. I just means that this year I'm gonna slow down a little bit. But I already booked my Litecoin cruise, so I better make it to the Litecoin cruise.
I think you'll be there.
Yeah, but it's a rough diagnosis because it's a stage 4, so it already metastasized. And when I talk to doctors, the doctors are pretty, or you have 6 months to 2 years to live. And then I'm like, Ali. And then my husband freaks out. And then I'm like, slow down. It's okay. It's not. Don't worry.
That just means they don't have the answer, but you can find other answers. That releases you in a way to look for other alternative solutions. And I think your positivity and your frequency puts you in another world, another realm that opens you to other alternative solutions. And I know that also opens you to other loving energies coming into you. So
I think so too, Lisa. I'm so excited. I can't wait to, collaborate more. I have a Brazilian book coming up, and I am, hopefully gonna release sometime in April. It's going to be great because it's like all about financial advice. And I want to hopefully make it a series of books because this doesn't get into cryptocurrencies. It's more about how our grandparents saw money, and how they saw savings, and how, they always lived within their means, and they never used credit cards at the time. They didn't exist. I think, one is that I live for a long time, so I can make it a series of books, not only in Brazil, but also here, translated here. And I still have a lot of goals, like I want to make an exposition, and I want to paint everybody that I love. I want to make a watercolor of every single portrait that I love, of a person that I love. And I want to make as many as I can, and hopefully, turn this into 1,000, familiar faces, 1,000 loved ones. And I know I want to make something for everybody, so that everybody can have a gift. You know what I mean? Like, my goal is
sharing
to
a part of yourself with each other, an exchange of energy.
Yes, and then give them the original, and maybe create one NFT of each.
Yes, you got to have the NFT series and immortalize the whole thing.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
And hopefully, instead, before giving to them, I can have one gallery show and have, everybody come in at the same time or something. Like, I have big dreams, you know what I mean? So, and I hope I can make them happen,
Yeah, you have a lot of work to do. When you were just talking about your book series that you're starting on finance in Portuguese, and I'm sure it will be translated in other. I still tell one of the stories that used to tell when we did our show on Mondays. I worked it into when Westwood and I do our classes. You talk about the family that lived next to you or near you, and when the banks or the money was failing, the German dad knew
the
it.
Schneiders. Yes, the Schneiders.
Tell the story of the Schneiders, because we're going through that right now in America. And Mr. Schneider would go buy a car right now, even though he can't drive. I would bet money.
I know. They saved, and they were, they were very frugal, especially because they had 5 kids, and it's a 3-bedroom apartment. And, you could tell that they were, wise people. And at the time that the government seized everybody's savings account. So basically, they got rid of everybody's money, basically, and they said, "Okay, sayonara." But right before, Mr. Schneider, he spent all his money buying a car, because he wanted to make sure that he had an asset, so he could sell it. So instead of leaving the money in the bank, he bought, he probably bought other things too. But I remember the day that they got a car. They were like 10 years, 15 years without a car. But then this time he actually bought a car. He never used it, it was there in the garage. But
yeah, you said that you asked the daughter, why did your dad buy a car? He can't drive.
Yeah,
and it was that he knew that the government was about to seize everyone's assets because he had come from a communist country. He knew what was going to happen. And the bail-ins were happening. And that's what, and he was right. And he changed it to an asset in his possession before the bail-ins happened, before they took possession of the accounts.
Exactly.
And you know what? He made it hard. I'm sorry, I'm jumping in, but he made it, I'll forget. He made it difficult for them to take what he had, because they don't want to come confiscate a car.
No.
They want something easy. They want the easy prey. They want to take the low-hanging fruit. And so that would be one of the last things they want to come after. Oh, that's a burden. What are we going to do with this? How do we get this out of here? So put it in the car.
Yeah. They never seized nobody's assets. It was just about getting people's bank accounts.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And when they got that, it was general. It was like all banks in Brazil, and they seized everybody's money, So it was unbelievable. It was at the time of Collor. Collor actually went to jail for it. And then he actually, not escaped jail, but how presidents, they never go to jail for so long. And then he lived a very luxurious life in Miami. Okay. And now he's back in Brazil, and he is a politician again.
Oh my gosh.
I know. People forget.
People forget.
Yeah, people just forget.
And that's it. That's how we keep repeating history, because a generation goes by, and that generation's not there to tell their kids directly and express the emotion of what they had to go through. And so you forget about it and you say, oh, that was just in a book. It's not going to happen to me. Then it does.
he's never going to be president again, but he's, mayor of some random city in his state, So it's crazy, So he lived abroad for like over 15 years, but then he came back to Brazil and he decided to run some position in the government again. So it is lame.
Yeah, and you taught me so much, Mama. And you talked to me about, that in Brazil that the money had failed, and they would just have you come in. Well, you would just go and turn it in, and they would give you another one with more zeros on it. But then, what would life be like? Then, how do you shop with those? And what did the next day look like? Like, what was the milk? Then $600 instead of $6 to buy. Like, I think that's what we're facing in America, and we have been so spoiled. We haven't gone through that. And you do such a great job expressing that, because you have lived through it by growing up in Brazil.
Yeah. I've been through inflation. Inflation is not something new to me. You see the country running around and trying to catch up, and you see the machines in the supermarket, everybody, the prices go up every single day. So the machines are loaded with stickers, because at the time it was the stickers, but now it's all digital. And it's just crazy, to think that what you make today can't buy you the same things that you can tomorrow. And we lived a period of huge stability here in the United States. But unfortunately, because of the money printer is on, and they are thinking bailouts are something to keep on doing it. We are going to experience it again here, and all I can say is you got to buy hard assets. I bought my home, for example, at 2.6% interest rates. I thought that was amazing, because I tell my husband we couldn't have timed better, because we bought at the bottom. I think gold, silver, Bitcoin, Litecoin, all things to invest on. And there is no savings account. I mean, how come you're gonna get paid 3% on a good savings account if if inflation is above 7-8% a year, sometimes even 20% a year, because it's not factored in so many things that go into this inflation. I mean, I know my electric bill went up like crazy. I know my gas bill went quadruple. I paid $500 because I had the heater on. I was like, what the heck? So it's
well, I heard they changed that calculation several times, even. Like, they took out things like bacon, eggs, milk.
They substitute a lot of it too. It used to be a steak, and then they make it hamburger, so they say, well, you're still eating the same amount. It's just the quality, they just suffer on, and so that's how they do it. They manipulate those numbers that way.
So yeah, it's part of our daily lives now, and we're just gonna either get used to it or make it stop. How do we make it stop? I don't know, so we kind of have to get adjusted to the new normal in a way,
Yeah, or fight back. And I think the only way to do that is opt out of the system, take
exit
our assets,
that vampire casino,
and transact with each other,
Yep.
And that's what I had contacted you about doing, and you created an NFT for us. And we talked about kind of how the Litecoin Summit did, or the foundation did the Litecoin Summit. They did use Eventbrite, but then still, and I capture people's email address with that for the tickets for the Team Mighty event. But then I wonder if I can pull that up. Let me see if I can pull up the little. Well, no, I don't want to share it.
No, look, I already minted on Lightverse.
No.
Okay.
4 NFTs, okay? We are gonna do 200 NFTs, one Litecoin each, and that is worth an entry to the event. Now, the catch is, in Eventbrite, it's $100. Now, Litecoin, it's not $100. So I might as well go to Liteverse, because there you're gonna get a little bit of a discount. And then you also
Perfect.
I know. So
And then
we
that
have
way,
to,
so that way we get around the Eventbrite fees. The money goes directly to Mame.
Yep.
If we go through the Eventbrite, it charges the Eventbrite fee. It goes to the nonprofit, so we don't have to pay taxes on it, but it does pull Eventbrite fees out of it. So I was just
yeah,
trying to figure out like the most direct way to get the money to Mame. So
for sure. I mean, thank you so much, you guys, for the support, because my disability haven't kicked in, and bills are tight right now. I swear.
yeah.
You know
And
what you
I
need to
know.
do is, I'm sorry, I'm talking over you again, but what you need to do is, and I'm telling you what to do. What you should do, I'm just suggesting, is that, absolutely everybody go out. If you're not on Liteverse, go out there, get the NFT. If you can't go, get the NFT, donate to somebody, the ticket. The other thing is, do you have your wallet on you? Pull your wallet out and put the QR code out, because somebody might want to send something directly to you right now. I mean, do you have a QR
Oh,
code for Litecoin so we can just send you some stuff?
yeah.
Let's do that.
Let me do that. Thank
Yeah,
you so
get,
much, you
yeah,
guys.
absolutely. I
Great
mean,
idea.
that's how we do it. That's how we bypass. I mean, that's the thing. We got all these middlemen.
This is
They
peer to
come
peer.
out. Exactly. We
Yeah.
send it directly, and nobody's involved in it.
Yeah, thank you. I swear, that's amazing. I'm
That's what
gonna
we need to do.
If you send me the
Or
wallet
send it to
address, I can put it
Lisa.
in the description and
That
in
too.
the
Or if you got the QR
live
code, pull
chat.
it up and put it on right now.
Yeah, the QR code would be great too, because people can scan it. Do both if you can.
For sure. Let me see. I want to give
Oh, and
my
here's the link for
ballet wallet, because my ballet wallet is a good one.
She's
That
saying
one,
ballet wallet.
ballet.
Shout out to
Ballet.
St. Jerome of Crypto Experiences. He's a ballet ambassador.
Yes. And just so you guys know, I have 4 NFTs ready to mint. I'm sending here. And I have 4 already minted, and I am going to mint them. Each one is going to be numbered, okay? Except the original. The original it's brand new, and it's going to be 201. And basically, you guys cannot buy the number 1, the number 2, the number 3, the number 4. So right now we have the original number 1, number 2, and number 3 available. And I'm in the process of making them, because I have to make them original. So it's a manual process, and it takes a little bit of time. And I finally learned how to do it.
Oh, whoops! I put the wrong
one. So this first link, Lisa, that I send you on private chat is the first
was
NFT.
The Liteverse, right?
Yes, it's the Liteverse, and the address is below. Now, when you go on Liteverse, it's very simple. You just need your email address, and it generates an account for you, and you get how do you say, a Litecoin address inside the Liteverse. That's where you're going to receive your NFTs. So even if you bought the event on Bright, you can send me your Liteverse address and a confirmation of your ticket, and then I will issue you and send you a NFT myself, okay? Because as you can see, I'm going to put it here. Can I share my screen or no?
Yes. Yes. You say share. Can you see it on the bottom? And then I give you permission once you share it. You should have an option at the bottom to say share screen.
No, I don't see it. Ooh, it's okay. Don't worry about it.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm putting your...
Here,
I'm putting your
for
wallet
example.
address and a link to the Lightverse in the description of this video for people that are watching later that want to either donate or go find the Lightverse link to do both of those options.
Thank you so much, you guys. You guys are amazing.
Thank you.
Absolutely. That's why we're here.
And honestly, I can not only mint and post for sale, but I can also send the NFT to a Lightverse address, okay? And I mean Lightverse address because there is no way we can visualize an NFT on the Litecoin network as of yet, okay, on a wallet, for example. But soon there will be, but it is necessary that you open a Lightverse account.
Okay.
Yeah, that's Jim. Oh, thank you, Phil. I see everybody here. I'm so excited. I mean, I miss you guys so much.
And at the event, we're gonna live stream you in. You haven't gotten the clearance for travel yet, but we're gonna do like Zoom you in, or so you can see everybody and everybody can say hi and.
It's gonna be amazing. Randy, say hi to Miss Crypto for me. I miss her. She's my girl. J Mac. I'm so happy. I mean, you guys are amazing, and you know, I feel like you guys are my family. You know, it's. I have a Brazilian family, a Turkish family, a Litecoin family, and Miss Crypto. I miss you. I miss you. Thank you. Virtual hug. Virtual hug.
Yes, all the hugs.
Yeah. Oh. But and hopefully, you know, I didn't get a clearance to fly, and this is because I had a cranioscopy. So because of my brain surgery and I'm on steroids, they haven't cleared me yet because they think it can be, you know, that I wanted to go pick up my daughter with my husband on the 1st, and they said no. And then my doctor told me that during the chemotherapy treatment, I can only do short trips and short car trips. So, but I'm taking advantage of that because, you know, right after my chemotherapy, I went to the Stevie Nicks concert in Las Vegas. It was only a few hours away, and I'm like, okay, let's have some fun.
I love that.
And Nana was all over it. I live streamed from Instagram, and she was like loving it. I could tell, like, she's a total.
Mom is a hippie. Yes. She's a free spirit and a hippie, and she raised me on Fleetwood Mac and all, you know, all of that. Stevie Nicks.
I love it. She's 75 years old, Lisa, and she is rocking it. So I'm gonna do like a lot of short trips. Hopefully Lake Havasu, you know, Arizona, you know.
Are you going to Lake Havasu?
Oh, here we go. Here's the connection.
I was going there. I'll meet you there.
Let's go get a boat, you know, and have some fun. I love Lake Havasu. I love it, you know.
Yeah.
So I'm, you know, because I can fly, I am gonna do a bunch of short little trips just to pass time.
Oh my gosh. So funny. My husband and I were just talking. He was like driving through his old neighborhood, and his mom was over, and then we're having these, you know, this and this, and talking about taking his dad to Tennessee or West Virginia and how things look different when you were little. And I was like, I need to take you to Lake Havasu when, you know, and when I can remember from when I was little and whatever. We were literally just talking about this weekend. How funny.
I love Lake Havasu. I've been going there like since 1998, and we fish in the lake. We have so much fun, you know. Of course, we have a little bit of booze, but now that I am sick a little bit, I'm not gonna splurge. And I know.
You have to get a bar steak at Husong's. Is it Husong's or no? What's at the bridge? Is that Husong's? Or is that Husong's, the Mexican place over at the?
I forgot, but I forgot. And basically because I had brain surgery, like they took a piece of
you
my
have
brain.
an excuse. I have no excuse.
got an excuse for life. It's like, I don't know. I forgot I had this thing.
No, I'm confusing months. It's like crazy.
I never said I'd do that.
Oh my goodness.
They took a chunk, you know. I was like, oh my gosh. And they scared me. They were like, oh, you're going to get paralyzed. You're going to be da-da-da. And then I'm like, okay, just take it off.
Yeah. Oh, wow. No, you're doing so great. You look so great and you're so happy and smiling. And I'm so glad to see you just thriving and doing so good and being so positive. And I just want to.
Let me show you. Let me show you. I have something surprise for you for the event.
Oh, okay. Show us.
Okay.
Oh my gosh. That's beautiful. Okay, so this is the theme for this year is Team Mighty Dancing for Joy. Joy's the little girl that is our little warrior this year. And she's loved to dance, and she wanted to be a princess and a mermaid like Mia. And so Mame honored her by creating this piece of artwork, and Mame also created that NFT that you'll receive when you purchase a ticket to come, and then all benefits will go, proceeds will go to Mame for this event this year, and we're going to be telling all these amazing stories, as well as honoring Bitcoin Ben and Kelly Simchi's story of generosity and building community and love and
it's just amazing. I feel like I should create another one, or maybe I should donate one of these above me. You know, these are all created by hand. I have so many
in my office.
I know you are amazing, and you know, I just look at this. I have a Bitcoin one. Look at that one. How cool!
Oh, that's cool. Yeah, I love
Isn't that cool? So, you know, whatever I can do to help the event, even from afar, it will be my pleasure and an honor, you know, to be, you know, not physically there, but, you know, with my heart, I'm going to be there.
Yeah, and we will have you virtually there and in spirit, and just so excited to be able to do this, bring the community together. We're going to be dancing for joy and celebrating life and bring the community together, and I'm just so excited to do all this. So
me too. I'm going to be dancing too. Okay, here.
Yeah. I love it.
You can be dancing. That'll be great. I'm so glad. Well, we won't keep you. I know you probably need to rest a little bit. I don't know if I'm wearing you out with all of this.
We love you so much.
We love you so much.
I love you too. I'll see you guys at the Litecoin, the Litecoin birthday, October 13th in Bahamas, in the cruise. So hopefully you guys get your tickets too. Okay.
All right. Sounds good.
Is there a land park?
You'll be on the what? Oh.
No, but it's okay because we can arrive early in Miami just to see each other.
That's right. It leaves from Miami.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay.
So
it's
leaving from
Miami. A pre-party.
Yes, and we can get there. I just talked to my doctor and I said, you know, would I be cleared to travel by October? And she's like, if everything is okay and if you're responding to the treatment, you're gonna be okay. And then I asked my husband, would you please just reserve the tickets for us, you know? And it was $200 to reserve. Yeah. So we reserved it and we hope we can make it.
Yes,
I think you will.
I think so too. Let's say that I will. Okay.
Yes, I'm praying for you. Absolutely.
All
right. We love you.
We love you.
I love you too, you guys. I can't thank you enough for the gesture and of honoring me and giving me some support during these hard times. I wasn't going to accept it because I was like, I felt that it was so generous. but at the same time, we are going through hard times. So it came on a good time. I'm not going to lie.
Well,
no coincidences.
It's a blessing, yeah. And it's a way for us it's a blessing for us to be able to love you like this. So let us love you like this. It's something we can
let us do it.
Thank you so much, you guys. I appreciate it. I'm gonna leave, but I'll come back anytime. Okay, just call me.
All right, love you,
Bye,
Mommy.
Michelle.
Love you. Bye.
Bye. Is she not just the most precious?
I'm telling you, when I first saw her, I knew, and she just glowed. I mean, when I saw her stand up, I was like, wow, she had that eminence about her, just projected at. And then when I met her, like I saw her then, I never really met her, but the next year at the Litecoin Summit, holy cow, I met her, I gave her a big hug, and she was just like, oh, this will give me, and I'm just like, oh my gosh, she's just such a beautiful person. She really is.
Never met a stranger.
No, I mean, just so positive. I mean, look at her. I mean, after everything she's gone through, and I'm just like, unreal. I mean, we need people like this in our world, and so pull for her.
I believe that we are like ascending and getting better in this world. I believe is getting better. The frequencies are getting better. She's gonna get better with us.
She put that light right there, puts out the darkness and 1,000, 10,000 dark people, the dark spirits. I mean, that's all you need. So she's that match in the darkness, and it lights everything up, and it just vanquishes the darkness. I mean, that's the kind of people we need, and we need to stand up and just be, who we are. We're gonna win. We've already won. We won already. And it's just we got to acknowledge that we've won and quit serving the vampire shit. Anyway, sorry.
Yes, and remember, you guys, I put her Litecoin address in the description of this video if you'd like to make a donation directly to her. I also put the Lightverse link in there. You can either purchase an NFT directly from there, and those funds go directly to her, or you can do the Eventbrite. And there's a link to that at litecoinlisa.net. There's instructions in the description to do that as well. And then when you do that, we'll have your email address, and she'll be able to give you to walk you through how to receive your NFT that way as well. So either way, you're going to get an NFT, but we just wanted to give all those options. So check that out.
I mean, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No. Go ahead.
I got it in my head.
You're good.
So
Go.
I got it. I got to say it. Let me run. Can't put Westwood in the corner, right? All right. So I saw a comment here. Mark Weems. Yes, it's all about the attitude. Absolutely about the attitude and what you put out. And then I saw Phil C. You've got a comment. This is 100%. Yes. When bad things happen to good people, it really tests my faith. 100% it does. It really tests your faith. But it goes back to, I mean, we're kind of these, we were plopped down here to make our own decisions, and, we're attacked, and, bad things happen, and, and it's just, you just never know what's going to happen. It's like a game of chance in a lot of ways. But when a bad thing happens to a good person, look what it does. And I know she's going to come out of this. And I mean, she's going to be an inspiration to everybody. And that light that shines after this darkness that, she goes through, and she's not even made it a darkness. We look at it as a darkness, and it's not, because she's like, I'm going to make it. I don't care what the doctor says. It's ridiculous. I'm booking a cruise. This is just silliness. I just got to go through it.
She's writing a whole book series.
Yeah, I mean, she's
starting a new painting project.
I know, and it's like she's already there, and she's manifesting it, and that's really what it comes down to. We've got to overcome these things, and I mean, it's hard. It tests our faith. It really does. But you know what? God doesn't do it to us. God really doesn't let it happen. It just happens. And because he's set everything in motion, and this happened, that happened, whatever it is. But, I mean, through it, it's how we react to it. And it is about the attitude, Mark. It's about how we get through it and how we can become heroic, because we all are. And she's being heroic right now. She's truly a superhero. I mean, and she's manifesting that into our reality so we can watch it happen in real time to inspire other people to be greater. Not even greater, just to unlock who they are, because we're all great. We just gotta be great. And acknowledge it.
Through this life, or dance through this life in a beautiful way. None of us get out
so
of this.
elegantly.
alive.
No, I mean, we are.
Death is a lie. I believe that it's a frequency,
Right.
energy.
The body
My
dies.
kids,
It's just,
yeah. This week we're studying Newton's third law of motion of energy.
Yeah, it's like
thermodynamics. Energy is not created or
destroyed. It's
it
there.
just changes or something like that. I don't know. If my kid was here, he could say it better than me. But anyway, and so it's not created or destroyed. So we are not created, nor are we destroyed. So where did we come from? We never started, nor do we end. And when we grasp our mind around that, we can dance through this life in a beautiful way, or we can pity party our way through it. And she is dancing through this life in a beautiful way. And it's really an honor to be her friend and walk through it with her. And so it was the perfect way to honor Mia's life, to honor Joy's life. And also, the way that Ben and Kelly have come around and, built community. And that's what we're doing, is we're bringing the community together to come around Mame right now and her family. And that is the perfect example of what Ben and Kelly have been doing with bringing the community together, and their generosity that there's things they've done that the people don't even know about. I'm sure.
I know, it's ridiculous. It's ridiculous.
In our community, do things like that.
Yeah.
But
I know.
That's the kind of stuff that I really want to celebrate. Let's talk more about that stuff instead of all the ugliness.
Because that's how we fix everything. That's how we revert back to, our natural state of just being pure, spiritual beings. Let's manifest that and bring that spirituality out of us and touch everybody, and so that we can rise as humanity, because we've been deceived and held down in the darkness and the dirt. And it's like, no, that's it. I'm growing. I'm coming out, busting out,
people like
baby.
That.
People like that. People like Michelle. I mean, I'm telling you, she's just a wonderful human being, wonderful spirit. And what I said, that's it. I'm not going to keep beating it into the ground. She's just a great person. If you've ever met her,
that know her have been around her energy and know her and know that. And if you haven't met her yet, get to a meetup.
Yes.
And meet her, because she
go on the Litecoin cruise.
Yes, her energy is infectious. She is just a bright light.
I know,
and just so precious.
I'm telling you, when I first saw her, I just, there was just something just like, wow, she's radiating this energy out. She's standing up and just being so just innocent and pure about everything. She didn't know anything, and she's like, I'm gonna stand up for all these people.
Yeah, she's very inquisitive. One of the things that she was always doing on our show is she was trying new technology. She would, if something would come out, she would be like, I'm gonna break it, but I'm gonna try it. I'm gonna get in it, and I'm gonna mess with it. Whether it was a video game or a technology piece with Litecoin or whatever it was, she was willing to break something or fall down or make a mistake in it. And ask the question
about it, and it's like, I guess I didn't. Drop the ego, people. That's what it comes down to. When you drop the ego, then you can actually be a human being and the spiritual being again. And we're locked in this BS. What we got here. Get out of it. Break free. Rise as human beings. That's what we got to do. That's where we're at right now. What are we talking about, Lisa? You're in an undisclosed location behind enemy lines.
I am.
What's on the agenda generally?
Oh gosh, I don't know. There's a lot going on, and I'm good with keeping it all positive today. So if you want to rant for a little bit, go for it. I'm going to keep it kind of short today. I think that was a beautiful happy hour.
Right. Lisa's like, I'm out. Going to dinner.
Yeah.
I'm out of here.
I did. Good for me.
There's so much that I only want to get into. I got lists.
Here's my thing. I don't want to put any energy into anything that might be a distraction right now. That's my only concern. With,
a distraction to the plan? A distraction
that's just BS. Like the whole Trump arrested. And then they have
you see the AI? You sent me AI stuff, all the videos and images.
All those
now they got Biden getting arrested.
photos
now
with Trump being arrested and drugged through the streets and his legs were up under his armpits and whatever. And then 2 seconds later, they had Joe Biden in the same photos. And, what's interesting is if you watch, I'm in several conspiracy Telegram groups, whatever.
Yeah.
And you saw which ones were posting them because they wanted to be the first one with them out.
Yeah.
And
yeah,
they,
like, oh, look.
instead of holding back and vetting it and thinking about it,
they were posting it as if it were going to happen that way, or it did happen.
Some of them were like, "Oh, look what I found," and if those did that, I deleted.
Immediately discredited.
Yeah.
Filter them.
And maybe that was the point of that. I
think so. What it told me is everybody came out with this AI stuff. That told me, looking at my wife, and I said, listen, I don't believe anything I see on digital media anymore. I don't believe anything I see on TV anymore. I said, if I'm not there, and even if you are there, they got the masks and all that stuff. I said, if you're not there,
that may be Lisa and I may be Westwood.
Correct, because we're flipped today. Usually I'm on the other side. No, it's flipped. Now it's inverted. And no, it's not inverted. It's like sideways. Yeah. I might get sideways tonight. I don't know. We'll see. That bottle might be sitting on its side. We'll see what happens. But maybe we'll do a Spaces. I think we need to do a Spaces, or I'll do a Spaces. You might be busy. You got things going on. You probably got to get up early. You got things to do. I know that.
So part of it is I was up at 4:30.
Oh, you're done then. You're burnt.
This morning,
that's like 2 hours before you usually get up, right?
And then we sat in a room where it's very cold most of the day.
Oh, so
then we had a delicious lunch.
You already did that today?
Yes.
You already had like a session?
Oh. Yes.
How many are there? Is it like a 3-day thing or 2-day thing?
It's a 3-day thing.
Lord.
So my brain is like.
Oh, so you're like, wow. What do I do now?
Yeah, my third adoptive child, he was very uncomfortable socially and not used to having dinner at a table with a family. And so we'd all, that was a big thing for me. We ate dinner together as a family. And so when we would say like, so Jackson, how was your day? He would go to try to stop getting us to talk to him. He'd make weird
It's like my daughter. How was school today? And she's just like,
try to make you feel weird. So you'll just stop talking to them.
Yeah.
So that's how I feel right now.
Spread the eyes wide. Okay. Let's make everybody uncomfortable and everybody will go away. So I guess that's all right. Just sit back and enjoy then.
Ranch for a little bit, but I do have a meeting. I have another meeting tonight.
Okay. She's like, we can only go so long with this garbage.
But you can go.
No, I think the AI stuff, it does. It gets people into the mindset to where we got to start using discernment. And they put it out there, and the fact that it's out there and you see it, and you're like, okay, what's real anymore? And it's kind of preparing us to maybe use some discernment, because if you think about Project Bluebeam, I mean, they're pulling everything out of the bag right now. They're doing the bad powers that be, what's left of them, or they're pulling everything out of the bag, trying to take us to war, bomb some stuff in Syria. Let's do this. Let's see if we can get the people behind
that stuff
something.
Iran this morning. What was that about?
Again, garbage. Just another effort to get us into a fake war. And that's all they're trying to do. And so I think this AI stuff folds into that, to where it's like, all right, I don't believe anything anymore. I don't believe any of this stuff, which is the goal in all this, because I keep saying, trust yourself. You got to get to the point where you just say, all right, anything I see anymore that somebody puts out there and is trying to get clout for, or likes for, or ratings for, I'm going to question everything. And everybody's going to be like Westwood, because I've been this way since I was born, and everybody's coming home, baby. And I'm kind of liking this reality. It's time that we start looking at things for what they are instead of what the agenda is, and just look who benefits, who's putting this stuff out, what is the real goal here. We got to get to that point. We got to start looking inside, because all the truth is in here. And then that way we can have discernment to where we can look at all these things and say, all right, it's all BS. BS. Don't trust any of you. What do we need to do in our real lives, person to person, the people I know, the people that are real, and how can we affect our change for the better, rather than depending on these people for any kind of news, any kind of information, any kind of support, any of that stuff. Meanwhile, Janet Yellen is meeting with all the knuckleheads. Or this morning they had a big
closed meeting, though.
Closed door meeting, when we have the most transparent administration in history. And I don't think we have any reports on what went on, do we? I don't think there's any news reports, any kind of press release, anything at this point.
Would you believe it if there was a report?
No.
I don't care if there's a report. I wouldn't believe it anyway.
Exactly. I believe what I have in my possession, what I have in my pocket, the silver coin in my pocket, the copper coin in my pocket, the Litecoin on my wallet. There's only so many things that I trust. I trust Litecoin, Lisa. I mean, there's,
I've been seeing a lot about copper and conductivity lately. I don't know if that, I know Sean introduced me to like the
giants don't like copper. So if you got copper in your blood and if you got copper around you, the giants won't eat you because it's abhorrent to them. So I'm just saying the man-eating giants. Yeah, so another thing. Yeah, you put like 4 copper coins around your house. It's a spiritual thing. You know, if you put copper coins at the corner of the house, buried, and that kind of protects you against stuff too. There's something to copper and there's a lot to silver. All these metals are important. These precious metals, they're precious, my precious. And, it all folds in when you really start getting into it. And it's like, there's more to it than we're being told. Why do you think they don't want it in the money? Why do you think they don't want us to have it? Because it does something. There's a magical quality to this stuff. So I'm just saying, research it.
Another coin thing I found. I don't know if it was on Instagram or Twitter. Somebody said that their son worked at Walmart and that he found, I don't know if he had disabilities. There was something where she was like helping him with something, or maybe he didn't work there. He had disabilities. There's some story where she was like helping her son or he was frustrated with something. I don't know. And there's a change. There's a thing on the thing where you can put coins in the self-checkout at Walmart. And I guess you guys can all go check this yourself. And you can lift that little top portion. And when you do, you can
dump. And a leprechaun pops out. Oh, no. You lift it up
but
and
you
dump
can
them in?
dump handfuls of coins in there.
Really? And it counts them all?
So it would be easier, and it counts it for you. So instead of using Coinstar that charges you for it or whatever, if we were in a situation where we were spending with more coins,
right?
Instead of having to do one at a time, then you could dump a handful of coins in to pay for your items at Walmart.
Really? Mm-hmm. Everybody go to Walmart and sabotage all the checkout equipment. Yeah.
Tell them Litecoin Lisa sent you.
Tell them Litecoin Lisa sent you. Leave a sticker right there on the screen. We didn't have little stickers where you just like boom, put it right there. Ken Bozak used to do that.
At the bank for leaving
I did.
seed phrase
cards? No, a card.
Okay, I thought you said that in your video.
Right here. This right here. I swear to God it happened. I mean, it just these things, these little cards. It's just got the informational websites, and on the back it's like, hey, this is where you can download wallets, and here's my website, clintwestwood.net. All this stuff.
So tell me how that went down. I'm dying to know how this goes down. Are they like, so Mr. Westwood, would you please stop leaving?
Since you're nasty, call me Mr. Westwood, but instead of Clint. But now here's what happened. I go through the ATM and the Digibug, so they know the Digibug. They know who I am. Anyway, I never go into the bank. I always get the paycheck. I go through like 3 days in a row and take out cash, when the paycheck comes. So, and then the rest I pay bills with. So I'm taking out money. I go through, and when I go through, it's got this little feeder, and the little door opens up and the cash comes out. Well, then the little door goes down. It's like an inch high. So when I get everything out and I get all that, before the door goes down, I do this, and then we go, and that way it sticks. Because I was like, I tried it out in different places. That was the best place where it would just hold it there if the wind's blowing. So the next person that comes along, we got this thing sticking out in the cash dispenser. So I'm like, perfect. All right, I did that quite a few times. And then one time I got a phone call 5 minutes after I left. It calls my number. And I'm like, this is a local number. I'm like, So I answer it and says, oh, yeah, hey, so just curious. I'm not blaming you or anything, but I don't know if you're the one that's leaving these crypto cards behind, but it's messing up our ATM. And I'm thinking, it's probably not true. There's BS in it. No, I think it's BS. And it's like, so I'd appreciate it, if you know of who it is, and, just tell them not to leave it anymore. And I said, well, I'm pretty sure they won't leave it anymore. She says, okay.
It's the dog. It's
it's the damn dog.
It's
I can't help it.
I'm really sorry. She has a.
I know she's got an issue. She's got this thing, this nervous tick. Anyway, so then I started thinking about it, and I'm like, you know what? It might mess up the ATM, and it might like throw a signal to where it's malfunctioning and it can't process, because if that door doesn't shut all the way, it might think that there's a dollar bill stuck in it or something, like a garage door, you know.
And somebody has to come outside and fill it out.
That's what I'm thinking. I'm like, oh shoot. So I'm like, I don't want to inconvenience anybody. I know you're doing so much work inside that bank. I'd hate for you to have to walk out in the cold weather and fix it and reset it and take the card out or something. So I don't do it anymore. But it is kind of funny. So I do leave them at gas stations, like when they got the point of sale stuff above, you know, like, oh, buy 2 Mountain Dews for $5. You know, I'll put it up there in the sign and just set it in there. So it doesn't, no harm, no foul. Maybe somebody will see it. Probably not. But like you said, how many times does it take somebody to see something before it's ingrained in their head and they legitimize it? And I figure if I leave enough of these, you know, there might be one person that sees it 3 or 4 times and thinks, you know what, what's this Litecoin thing? Anyway, so yeah.
I should check into that. Look into that.
Check into this guy, you know, that's talking about Litecoin and such.
Yeah.
I don't know. I do have a joke for you. Joke of the day. All right, here's the joke. Mike Pence. That's the joke.
He is a joke.
Yeah, I know, right? I'm gonna have a joke of the day every happy hour, and it's gonna be a different.
Okay, so speaking of Mike Pence, this threw me, and I
triggered you.
There is
Kayleigh McEnany.
The AI thing, yes, and talking about the AI thing and all this. Okay, so this is my thing. Right now, there is this period of discernment, sifting. You're totally triggering me. Yes. And maybe that is my journey or my lesson is like, okay, no, Lisa, you don't get to trust somebody else's judgment. What do you think? What is your judgment? And maybe everyone has to choose for themselves, and it is your responsibility what you choose, and the weight will fall on you, what you decide. Is that the lesson?
I think so. Because, you know, you're thinking Kayleigh McEnany, JFK Jr., and all that, you know, and all this.
Is that why the Trump-DeSantis battle right now?
I think so. I think it's all about pushing you into yourself. I mean, it's like this is so much noise, and I'm getting so like fragmented here that I can't do it anymore. I got to get back in a calm place, in a peaceful place, look at myself, trust myself, and start just F them all and start making decisions.
This was the reason that I had said that I started saying, like, I don't think it's healthy for Trump to come back and save America, because I felt like people would stop thinking for themselves.
Right.
And then I was like, then he started coming back, and I was like, it's not that I don't respect and love Trump and I want America first and put America first and all of that, but I felt like people would stop thinking for themselves. But now there's this new thing where even if Trump comes back, you still have to think for yourself, because do you believe everything he says? People are like, he told
he's
you
the vax king.
You know.
Exactly. I think it's all part of just this huge,
no, he told you to go talk to your doctor.
Correct.
And make a decision.
He never forced you to do anything. Never said you need to go do this. Never mandated a thing. If you look back at his presidency and see, this is the fine line that people got to understand. He never forced anybody to do anything. Nothing. I mean, left it up to you completely. He might have said some things that might have skewed you and triggered you, and it made you react. But the thing is, he, as a president, never put mandates on anything. Left it up to somebody else. And it might have been your governor that screwed you and locked you down. But he never did it. I mean, you look at it, he did everything kind of by the book. Now, he printed a bunch of money and this and that, but that was Congress ultimately, and he just signed off on it. That's what the people want, do this. But that was part of another plan to destroy. That's the whole big smear thing. Blow it all up, destroy it, let it go. I know. And so if he does come back, I think we're in a different mindset, a different mental state to where, I mean, nobody's going to be just like worshiping him anymore. They're going to be like, all right, we get it. Now let's fix it. I mean, let's get it done. I mean, you know, individually we're going to feel that way. And it's like, oh, this is all this other stuff. This is crazy. You know, we've been through it. We've been through the fire. We've seen how bad it can be. All right, now we're level headed now. We don't believe any of them. So can we do something now? And I think he'll do it. And you see that with the Congress, you know, the swamp creature, Kevin McCarthy, but look what he's doing. Look what they're doing. They're exposing things and bringing it out. But ultimately, you know what? It's up to us to understand it, see the good and the evil, and make a decision. I mean, it's just it's clear to me. It's hard to explain it. It really is.
Yeah.
But you're right.
But
You're
once again,
right.
it's everyone's own responsibility. We talk about taking personal responsibility, and
you say all the time.
You know, that's how we are going to take personal responsibility for our health, our wealth, and our personal safety. And that's how we get free. And if you're not willing to do that, then you're never going to be free.
Then go back to the cosmic school bus or the bus stop, whatever it is, you know, whatever we want to call it. Go back and recalculate and decide, all right, I really effed this one up. I'm supposed to do this and I didn't, or I did, or I didn't succeed, and then go on another mission, another life. But I mean, to me, that's why I can boil it down to, I'm just some dude in the freaking Midwest that, you know, I'm just who I am. And that's why I boil it down to this: trust yourself. And, you know, all the things that I say and ramble about, you know, all this stuff going on, it's like, it comes down to that. The one, trust yourself. I mean, it applies to everything you see on a daily basis. Trust yourself, what you know, and take action accordingly, because none of this other stuff matters. None of it matters. It's all theater. It's all just
so much theater. Like, just like, I don't even want to open
nobody
the can
saves you except you.
Worms today, but yeah, there's a couple of fun facts I learned today that just like that, you know, it if you stop and think about it, and yet
but you've been distracted and guided this way, that
the first president. If somebody asked you who was the first president of this nation, you'd say it's George Washington.
After the Constitution or after the Articles of Confederation? Before? I mean, you know, where are we talking? What time frame? I guess.
Right. Yeah, I guess it depends.
Yeah, but it comes down to this. It's like we're here in the here and now. You know, these 22 trillion times a second thing, recreation thing, and it's like here we are. And so it's like you better trust yourself. And what we do right now, how we react, and what we do is what makes the past, the future, everything. It is the here and now. You know, this is everything. And so you got to trust who you are. Quit not having faith in yourself is really what it comes down to. Quit having faith in anything but yourself. Because if you're a child of God and you're created in the image of God, you're already connected. You're there. He's here. You're there. She, he, it, whatever you want to call, you know, your creator. You are all of it. Come on. Who are you looking to for guidance? Come on, man.
Yeah.
Come on, man.
Yes, come on, man.
Deutsche Bank's going to fail, right? Is Deutsche Bank the one going under this week?
That was the latest thing. Yeah. But no banks are failing. They're not.
The economy's strong.
They're guaranteeing depositors. Everything's fine. This is where the house is on fire. Remember the most peaceful summer? And the news people were like, this is the most peaceful summer ever. And the flames of riots
in the streets, nobody getting arrested. Walmart pulls out of Portland, no more Walmarts. I mean, it's like, wait a minute.
Okay.
But again, it's like you've got to have discernment. You got to realize what's going on and once you do that, you're free. I mean, you've got your heaven on earth because you're just disconnected from the matrix. I mean, you pull the plug, you know, and you get out of it, and you're just, that's it. That has no power over me. And it just, you do. And you take responsibility, and it's like, I'm done. I'm not gonna worry about this anymore. It's between me and God. Mm-hmm. So anyway, I know you're busy. I don't think there's anything that's, I mean, it's all freaking fluff. At this point, it really is. I got not a whole lot. This time's different. Climate change, the weather, strange. Anyway, NASDAQ's going to hold crypto now for you and secure it. Yeah, NASDAQ. That was the headline today. NASDAQ is going to hold your crypto, Meanwhile, crypto bad. But what do?
Yeah.
I do have a crypto theory that you probably don't want me to go into. I'll save it for Spaces. So everybody, if you're not on Twitter, go to Clint Westwood. Go to clintwestwood.net. Got my Twitter link up there. Go get a Twitter account. I mean, there's a lot of you in the chat who were on 2 weeks ago when everything was crashing and USDC went to 88 cents instead of $1. We're talking about that. We may have another one of those weekends. And I do have a theory on how all this crypto thing has unfolded since 2017. Who's behind it? What's happening? I mean, I got a gauge on it now, and I'm not worried about it. I'm not scared. Is what it comes down to.
Do you want me to edit your name real quick for
what happened?
For you? Do you want me to edit your name really quick while we're live, and so they can see what your Twitter name is?
Oh yeah, that's fine. Put it out there. Yeah.
Hold on, let me do it really quick so they can see.
Bix's video today was good. Go watch that. Bix Weir, Road to Ruta. Yeah, go watch that.
Yeah, we'll watch it tonight.
What time on Spaces? It's 5:47 my time now. You know what? I may just go. It's 6:00 Central Time. I might just right after this just go live, and start talking. So
I'll
like 13 minutes.
Can.
Yeah. I mean, do you want to join? I can do it later if you want.
I don't know if I can. I have to get on the phone and find out what time we're meeting and if we're meeting and if we're not.
Well, you know how that goes, Lisa. If I start at 6:00, which is 13 minutes from now, you might have 6 hours to chime in.
Yeah, it'll go till 12 a.m. If you start at like 8, it'll go till 2 a.m.
It's like a full-time job. I mean, what am I doing here? You know, I ain't getting paid for any of this. No, I'm getting paid with spiritual energy. I'll be richly rewarded in heaven. And that's what I've said my whole life. You know, I'll be richly rewarded in heaven. You know, I'm saving up coins for heaven coins. But yeah, go check it out. I mean, I do. Let's lay this stuff out. Let's look at it and see what's going on, and let's discuss on Twitter Spaces. Good stuff. Yeah, exactly. We got good people in this chat.
For all the support for Mame. You guys are awesome. And we're
send her a little
Litecoin in OKC. Yeah, send her a little Litecoin. Join us in OKC, April 21st and 22nd. It's going to be amazing. Amy and Bix are there. Josh and Paige are there. Westwood's there. I'm there. Johnny Litecoin's going to be there. Nana's going to be there.
Johnny Litecoin's going to be there. I haven't seen him in a couple of years.
Yeah. Jim Montgomery's coming. Tom's coming. I'm not sure. Oh, Mark Weems is coming.
Is he? Oh, yeah, we're going.
Yeah. That's who I've got tickets for already.
Love it.
Bitcoin Ben's going to be there.
It's going to be the
bunch of great folks.
I don't even know. The who's who of humanity. Let's just say that.
Yeah, it will be amazing. So everybody join us, and we're going to have a great time and celebrate some awesome people, give lots of hugs, and have a wonderful, wonderful time. So
drink a lot of beer.
And probably do some of that as well.
Absolutely.
All right. See you guys on Spaces.
Trust yourselves.
Get out of the Vampire Casino.
Get out of the Vampire Casino. You say it. Use it. It's not trademarked. Exit the Vampire Casino.
All right. Take care, guys. Bye.
Are you buying and selling cryptos on the same laptop that you're using to browse the internet, read your email, and visit social media sites? If so, you're exposing your cryptos to theft. Whenever you're online, you're at risk of getting hacked and having your identity stolen. How would you feel if someone stole all of your cryptos? What would that do to your finances? Guard your cryptos with a safe and secure laptop from Calyx Solutions. Each laptop is set up just for you and your cryptos, and then we walk you through exactly how it works. Don't risk the security of your cryptos. Order a crypto laptop from Calyx Solutions now to secure your crypto future.